incoming, let's suppose that all the incoming currents are positive and all the outgoing currents are negative. Okay, so how you can write? You can write I1 plus I2 plus I6 minus I3 minus I4 minus I5 equal to 0. Clear everyone? Or you can also write I1 plus I2 plus I6 is equal to I3 plus I4 plus I5. Okay? Or you can also write sum of all the algebraic sum of these currents is equal to 0. So how you can write this equation? Sum of all the algebraic currents is equal to 0. Okay? There are some series circuit and there are some parallel circuits. So how you can create a series circuit? Let's suppose that we are providing some AC supply and here we are using some resistance in series and we will complete this circuit. Let's suppose that this is resistance R1, this is resistance R2. So current remains same and voltage is going to be divided. So if you want to apply Kirchhoff's current law, so which type of circuit you want? Series or parallel? Yes, so when you want to apply the Kirchhoff's current law, okay, you have to use the parallel circuit. Okay, so how to create a parallel circuit? Let's suppose that you have three resistance. Resistance 1, resistance, let's suppose this is a resistance second, and this is resistance third. Okay, all three resistances are connected right here in parallel. So right here, which current is flowing? This main current is I, and this current is going to be divided across the branches. Okay, and voltage remains same across R1, R2 and R3. Okay, so when you want to calculate the Kirchhoff's current law, you have to use this parallel circuit. When you want to calculate the voltages, you have to use the KVL, okay, across series circuit. So when you want to calculate the current across each branch, you have to connect multimeter in series. Okay. So here you want to connect multimeter M1, multimeter M2, multimeter M3, and multimeter M4. So what is the requirement for the calculation of currents right here? We need three resistances R1, R2 and R3. We need some voltage source right here. Let's suppose that we are providing a voltage of 9 volt. Okay, we need 4 multimeter, multimeter 1, multimeter 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so write down these specifications. What is the requirement? Registers, you require 3 register. Then multimeter, you require 4 multimeter. Voltage, DC voltage you want for 9 volt. Okay, so this is the experiment component requirement list. That much you require, and some connecting wire you should be used for this experiment. One section is horizontal section, this one is horizontal section, and another section is vertical section. This is vertical section. This is second section, and this one is your first section. First section is horizontally connected with each other. Okay, all the connections are horizontally connected with each other. That means if you apply let's suppose that I am applying this connection to ground. So all the connections are horizontally grounded, okay? And this is again the horizontal section. If I apply 5 volt, okay, to this connection, so these horizontal connections are connected with plus 5 volt, okay. So our target is to create a circuit for KCL, okay. This particular multimeter show different sections, okay. So this particular section is called a digital display, where you can see all the readings related to that particular calculation. You can see right here. This is a continuity beeper. Continuity beeper is used to check the wire connectivity. Okay, let's suppose that this is our wire, and this particular wire is broken at this particular position. Okay, so how to check the connectivity? You have to connect one ground position to one terminal, and you have to connect positive to the another terminal. This is terminal 1, this is terminal 2, but this particular wire is broken inside the insulation, okay. And when this wire is broken, this circuit is not going to complete, and this buzzer will not be start beeping, okay. If this wire is connected with each other, then automatically this circuit will complete, and this beeper will beep the sound. That means your wire is okay. If there is some break, then wire is not okay. Now next one is resistance, okay. So this symbol is present on the multimeter, ohm sign. This is ohm sign. This symbol represents the resistance. When you move your knob toward this ohm sign, that means you are going to calculate the resistance of particular resistor. Okay, so here we have a resistance. Let's suppose that we have a resistance, and we want to calculate that resistance value, okay. So let's suppose that I am placing that resistance right here, okay. So what you will do, you will place the positive terminal at T2 point and ground terminal at T1 point, and place your knob toward this ohm sign, and you will find the resistor value right here. Okay, next thing, AC voltage. What do you mean by AC voltage? AC voltage, that voltage which is coming at your home place. Its frequency is this 50 hertz supply is used in our households. Okay, so this AC voltage you can measure while placing your multimeter knob toward this V tilde symbol is applied. That means you have to calculate the AC supply, which is the DC voltage. When you represent V minus, that means this dash symbol represent the DC. Okay, that means this is a DC supply. Okay, so there is no frequency for the DC supply. Okay, why that there is no frequency? Because it is constant at every point. Let's suppose that this is voltage and this is amplitude, okay, and this is the DC voltage. Let's suppose that this is a 3 volt. So amplitude remains same at all the levels. Okay, what do you mean by selection switch? Selection switch is used to select the particular level where we have to calculate that value. Okay, if you move this particular switch toward this point, that means you have to calculate the frequency. If you move this knob toward this side, you have to calculate the voltage. If you move this switch toward this point, you have to measure the current. Okay, if you represent this symbol, that means AC current. If it is represented toward this dashed line, that means DC current. Okay, So there are two currents, AC current and DC current. Whenever you move your knob toward that particular position, you can calculate that voltage or current level. Okay, so we can arrange these components right here. All of you please arrange all these components according to the circuit requirement. I have told you we have to connect three resistances, okay, and we have to connect these three resistances in parallel, okay, so that we can measure the current across each terminal, okay, and find out the current value across each terminal. So how to connect these? We have to use connecting wire, okay. So you can select this particular terminal. Here is a positive terminal, that is red, okay. This is a negative terminal. It's your choice. You can select this component according to your choice, okay. Here we connect 9 volts supply to the switch. Then all the resistances we can connect according to this, and we will calculate. After this, what we will do, we will click on start simulation. Okay, initially it is showing 0000 ampere. Why it is showing 000 ampere? Because this slider switch is in off position. When we click on this slider switch to the on position, its current value is changing across each branch. So this first branch shows 8.96 milliampere. Second branch and third branch is also showing the same current is flowing through these three branches. And when you sum up all these currents across this particular junction, it is going to be equal to the outgoing current, which is 26.9 milliampere. You can verify it right now.